Bottom of the fifth incoming. Joe Pippin back out for his second inning of work. He's got some magic to do on the bump as he'll face the heart of the order for the T-Bolts. 3, 4, 5. Amani Jones, Jonathan McMath, and Joe Calick due up as Silver Spring Tacoma looks to cut into this 12-2 deficit it currently faces against the only Crop Dusters.
The 2-2. Bounce to second. Gross fields. The throw on to first, and that will do it. Virginia is for lovers, and the Bolts are head over heels in Lorton. By a final score of 4-3, the T-Bolts chop down the Braves in South County and move on to the semifinals. A nerve-wracking inning with a comedy of errors by both teams, but Parise needs just one more strike to get out of it unscathed. No balls, 2 strikes. Miller off of third. Parise's pitch to Taylor is grounded back up the middle. Jones to his left, Fields fires on the run and is in time! Just ahead of the diving Taylor, and Parise escapes the jam. 21st pitch of the inning, incoming from Keyshock. The 0-2 is lined past the diving shortstop. 1 run is in. Here comes Costanzo, the throw well in time. Costanzo retreats to third. It's 5-4 Bolts in the bottom of the 8th.
Do you believe Matt Sicoli? That's his 3rd hit tonight.
Matt Sicoli is the hottest hitter, not just in the Ripken League, not just in the DMV. He might be the hottest hitter on the planet, folks. And he does it again, 100 miles an hour off the bat, past the diving Grego at short. And the Bolts, all of a sudden, are 3 outs away from sending us to game 3. 2-2 the count now. 1 run has already scored in this inning on the Bryce Green balk, trying to prevent the go-ahead from coming in. Green's 2-2. Off speed, got him looking! Right, arguing with the umpire about that call, but it does not make a difference. Bryce Green works out of the jam and keeps this game tied. It's all square at 3 as we head to the 9th. Do not move a muscle on the T-Bolts Radio Network. First pitch to McMath is swung on and belted. That ball is way back there. And it's a strike of lightning from Jonathan McMath. Goodbye, home run. The Bolts lead it 4-3 in the top of the 9th. Calick, the third baseman turned pitcher this evening.
Outfield in normal depth.
Everyone playing their usual positioning right now.
Would think they would play deep.
The 1-0. Swung on in the hole. 1 run is in. They will hold everyone else. It is 8-6. Calick in the clutch. It's a 2-run ball game. All set for the bottom of the 5th. The Bolts trailing the Aces 8-2 at Frank Mann Field in Alexandria, right in the shadow of our nation's capital. And speaking of the shadows, the sun casting a little bit of a shadow into the outfield as it glimmers behind the trees in the left field corner. So Loy Hickman, the side armor, returns to the bump for his 4th inning of work, and he will have 6, 7, 8 to deal with, led off by the presumptive Ripken League MVP, Matt Ossenfort. Ossenfort heading to Vanderbilt to begin his freshman campaign in the fall after an outstanding season in the DMV area. Hickman's first offering to him is attempted to be bunted, but a called strike 1 as Ossenfort pulled back. Ossenfort, the number 10 first baseman in the nation in his recruiting class, according to Perfect Game, as Hickman's 0-1 to him is called a ball off the plate. Ossenfort just graduating from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, a school probably most well known for the tragedy that befell it, but what people don't realize is Hickman's 1-1 is cut on and missed, and looks like it caught Ridner in an uncomfortable area. Home plate umpire Andy Simon's going to walk a new ball out to the mound, give Ridner a sec to recover. But as I was saying, Ossenfort playing his high school ball at Stoneman Douglas, a school that should be known more for the outstanding baseball program it has, finishing this past year as the number 2 high school team in the nation. Included the 2023 National High School Player of the Year as well, and has produced some stellar baseball prospects, including arguably
the Baltimore Orioles' best prospect not named Jackson Holliday, him being Kobe Mayo. So Hickman's 1-2 to Ossenfort is low for a ball, count even at 2.
After Ridner got hurt, the first person to go over to him was Ossenfort. So a nice show of sportsmanship there.
Seems to love the game and play with a lot of passion, as Hickman's 2-2 offering is just inside.
Just inside.
Tickling Ossenfort as it waved by to run the count full.
Well, Hickman doesn't seem to be too deterred by the prospect of pitching to Ossenfort.
The payoff pitch is low, and it's a leadoff walk in the bottom of the 5th. That's the first walk surrendered by Hickman in his 3+ innings of work. And that'll bring Nick Gregory up to bat. 0 for 1 on the day with a walk as well. Came around to score in the 2nd inning. Ossenfort off first. Hickman's opener is a called strike at the knees. No, not a called strike. It missed. Looked good for us, but that was outside.
I agree with you, my friend.
Hickman checks. Now comes home. Swung on and missed. I'd say Gregory couldn't catch up to 79, but just too much movement for bat to find ball from Hickman. The next pitch spun in for a called strike. 70 miles per hour, but almost 2 feet of horizontal break on the slider.
Sometimes it's great to watch pitchers who can do that instead of just slamming the ball in as fast as they can. Perhaps a bit more art to it.
Hickman, the hometown kid out of Silver Spring, his 1-2 is lined into center field, and that'll get down for a base hit. Sicoli tried a deke to keep Ossenfort at first, did not work, as the Commodore freshman advances to second on the play. So 2 on, nobody out. And here comes the shortstop.
Well, if the T-Bolts
Dylan
want to
Grego.
get into this game and have a chance to win, they've got to hold the Alexandria Aces scoreless. At some point, the Aces have scored in every inning.
Grego, 2 RBIs on the night with a single and a sac fly in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch from Hickman in the dirt, blocked well by Ridner. Batter got in the way, so it took a carom off of Grego, and the runners will advance. Ridner blocked it well, but just a bit of unlucky baseball for Ridner. That one coming off of Grego's side. Batter no obligation to get out of the way. He is standing where he is supposed to. So runners on second and third, still nobody out. And a 1-0 count from Hickman to Grego. The next pitch is a called strike at the knees. Hickman playing at Longwood, transferred there from Towson. 12 appearances in 2023. No decisions, but 17 1/3 innings worked to the tune of an 8.31 ERA. The 1-1 is driven out to deep left field. Villa tracking back and make the grab. Runner tags from third. Holding at second is Gregory. And scoring without a throw is Ossenfort to make it 9-2 to the Aces in the bottom of the 5th.
That one hit a long way, too. Nice catch by Quincy going over his shoulder to make it.
Second RBI sac fly for Grego in the game. And now here comes the 9-hole hitter, Alex Wade. Singled back in the 2nd inning, where the Aces did bat all 9. Flew out in his other trip to the dish. An all-star this season was Alex Wade, playing at Auburn. Hickman's opener to him is a called strike, catching the bottom of the zone. If there is a knock on Wade in the 9-hole of this lineup, he does have a tendency to strike out, tied for 3rd in the Ripken League. In times he has fanned. Hickman's 0-1 to Wade is popped up. Shallow center field, Gross backpedaling and making the grab for out number 2. So the lineup card flips over, and here comes the catcher, Tim Nicholson. Nicholson playing at George Washington, an alum of Georgetown Prep, who ended Nicholson's senior year as the #1 high school team in the state of Maryland. Hickman looking in for the sign from Ridner. And the first pitch is driven out to right center. Hanging up just enough for Sicoli to get over and record the final out of the inning. But for the 5th inning in a row, the Aces are on the board. It is a 9-2 lead for the home team with 5 complete on the T-Bolts Radio Network.